evening and welcome to this edition of News Leader. Today is Tuesday, May the 31st, 2022. I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, we'll have highlights from Tullahoma's Memorial Day observation. We'll have all this and more on tonight's News Leader.
MacArthur Manor Assisted Living is passionate about creating better experiences for our Manchester seniors. Our residents describe us in a few words.
Welcoming.
When you walk through the doors at MacArthur Manor, we'll treat you like family.
Caring.
Through high standards of personalized care, we help residents live life to its fullest.
Engaging.
With a wide range of life-enriching activities, there is something for everyone at MacArthur Manor. With our residents and staff now vaccinated, call us today to schedule your safe and personalized tour.
We teach Parkinson's patients how to move big and not let the Parkinson's slow them down. I've had patients I've treated in-house that could not even stand up, could not roll over in the bed, left the facility walking with a walker, have come back to us in outpatient and continued their big program and are now completely, handling life. The success of the program is just phenomenal.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. Tullahoma held its Memorial Day observance on Friday at the Caboose Park. I attended the event and brought back this video of Tullahoma Mayor Ray Noaes welcoming the attendees and presentation of the colors.
On behalf of the Tullahoma Board, Mayor and all, I'd like to welcome you to our Memorial Day event here in Tullahoma. What a wonderful day to Sandy. Thank you for bringing the sunshine. This is welcome change for the last few days we've had. So this morning we have some special guests that I'd like to recognize. Starting off, I'd like to recognize our most honored guest, Tommy Gwynn. Tommy Gwynn's 103 years old and on his 7th. Welcome, Tommy. Congratulations on reaching such a milestone. We're proud of you. Proud to have you as a Tullahomian. Also, I'd like to welcome Mr. Eric Fraser. And Mr. Fraser here, I've not had an opportunity to shake his hand. Eric, good to see you this morning. Thank you for being here. Another special gift. And Dr. Elizabeth Taylor. Ms. Taylor was about to arrive just a few minutes ago. Has she? There you are. Welcome. Thank you for coming up from Atlanta this morning. Dr. Taylor's authored 2 books on Camp Forest. And particularly was instrumental in the paper that we're going to be doing later for Russell Wolf. So anyway, thank you to those special guests that are here this morning. Also, we're doing special congratulations to the scholarship recipients that are here today. So best of luck to all of you and in your future, for sure, for you scholarship winners. It's nice to see the sunshine. After the last couple of days, it's particularly nice to see the sunshine. Sandy Seabrook, you were responsible for that? Well, so thank you very much. I know who to ask next time we need sunshine. Well, I want to thank each of you for being here this morning. Particularly, I want to thank the Shady Grove Garden Club and all the supporting organizations that are making this possible. And once again, providing our community such a fitting place to do an event like this. Place for us to deliver on our promise to never forget and to promise to always remember those who've made the ultimate sacrifice, those who've given their lives to secure our nation's freedom. That freedom that we enjoy every day. Memorial Day is one of the most solemn days of remembrance of our nation's holidays. So we gather today to pay tribute to those who've served in the military, particularly those brave men and women who died, and reflect upon their sacrifice. So with that, on behalf of Tullahoma's 20,339 residents, I give you my thanks and respect to those families and those who have given their lives for freedom and appreciate their sacrifice as well as their loved ones. So at this time, all stand, and we have the rest of the program will be following. So at this time, we'll have the Leonard Hauser who will be doing the posting of the colors. Nothing's under control here. Thanks. Forward, push! Company, halt!
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order, arms! About peace! Forward, on!
And we'll be back with more from the Tullahoma Memorial Day event right after these messages.
I am tremendously blessed to be living at Parkview and very happy to be part of a loving and caring community.
Best thing you can say is this really a great place to live. That's all there is to it, no doubt about that.
It's your home. You just do what you would if you were at your private home. You know, we love it. It's great.
It's just like having a whole neighborhood around you, and it's fun.
It's just a great place to live.
We tend to lose our motivation when we have something that's chronic, but you've got to do what you can early on as you can. After I'd exercise like that, I would have a lot of energy to do housework or whatever I needed. Well, I would recommend it highly to anyone at any degree of Parkinson.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. The keynote speaker at Tullahoma's Memorial Day event was Colonel Jeffrey Johnson. Let's go to that video now.
I'm deeply honored and humbled to be among my fellow Americans as we commemorate this Memorial Day. Although I must admit my heart is weighty as we gather here. Be advised, nothing I can say that is so profound that will leave a long-lasting impression nor describe adequately the emotions that Memorial Day means to hundreds of families who remember their killed or missing in action. Utterance of words on this occasion is really ineffective, where silence and heartfelt reflection and reverence is actually a better proposition. I must say that we're under assault really by an ungrateful progressive set of individuals who embrace socialism and communism. They, let me emphasize, they cannot fathom, nor do they care about the costly price for our liberties, which is sad. More commonly, unless a family is directly impacted by a lost one to a military service individual, Memorial Day is just another 3-day holiday. But you know the importance of this weekend and what Monday actually means. Even military units across America are receiving safety briefs and given a 96-hour Liberty Pass with little to no ceremonial effort to honor our fallen. Believe me, I've been there and I've seen it. Note, some are even more worried about the time on their watch rather than grieving with the families who fulfilled their duties to their last breath and believed in their oaths. I pray that we don't, but if we can casually continue to walk forward with no sense of understanding of the cost of liberty and freedom, it will be lost forever. And it may have to be recaptured with a greater price tag. Today, I would like to articulate briefly that Memorial Day encapsulates three themes: love, promises kept, and a call to action. As I reflected on what I was going to say, I thought of my father. The year was 1967. I was 6 months old at the time. My father, a captain in the United States Marine Corps, was on patrol with his company, 2nd Battalion, 4th Marines, near Con Thien, Vietnam, during Operation Kingfisher. The monsoons had set in that day, and they were walking shin high in water as they came under heavy direct and indirect fire. Instantaneous chaos. Yet my father quickly moved to give leadership and direction to his Marines in order to lay down a base of fire and gain back the advantage. Yet, ultimately, an enemy mortar severely wounded my father's legs. Unable to walk, he was evacuated and sent to Japan for surgery and recovery. Several weeks later, he returned to Vietnam just in time for the Tet Offensive in 1968, where he spent several weeks at Khe Sanh during the siege. Ultimately, my father returned home having served his country while being witness to many wounded and killed Marines during his tours overseas. As he would unassumingly express years later, when I asked about his combat experience, he shared, quote, "I had it easy. I have nothing to grumble about, but I owe my life to my fellow Marines, and they faced each day with courage and love for each other." I was most fortunate by real-life lessons taught to me by my father's physical as well as mental challenges. It developed a sense of deep adoration for this country and the men and women who wear the uniform of our armed services. As mentioned, I went on to serve myself in the Marine Corps for 25 years. Yet, others are not exposed to this reality and valuable education. You know, John 15:13 says, "Great love hath no man than this, that a man lay his life down for his friends." I would suggest that those lives were cut short on the field of battle, they loved this country. They loved liberty. They loved the Constitution and fulfilled their oath to the end. This unwavering loyalty of love conquered evil at Yorktown, Chapultepec, Cuba, and Haiti. Love conquered evil at Belleau Wood, Normandy, and Guadalcanal. Love conquered evil at Pusan and the Chosin Reservoir in Hue City. And love conquered evil at Kuwait, Fallujah, and Kandahar.
And we'll be back with the conclusion of Colonel Johnson's presentation after these messages.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day.
although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. Get to Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
He's a little bit of you, he's a little bit of me. He's the trash along the roadside of Tennessee. He's the garbage that we find. He's the dream we left behind. Lord, there ain't no lower class than Tennessee trash. A throwaway bottle or pop-top can may not seem much to a traveling man, but a little bit of litter goes a long, long way. Rolling, growing, getting bigger every day. Tennessee trash messing up the highways. Tennessee trash junking up the byways. Lord, there ain't no lower class than Tennessee trash. Lord, there ain't no lower class than Tennessee trash.
We have met the enemy, and he is us.
Welcome back. We now conclude Colonel Johnson's presentation at the Tullahoma Memorial Day observation.
You know, at Arlington National Cemetery, right after the Civil War, a gentleman stood among 15,000 headstones to commemorate the first Decoration Day. And that was then Congressman James Garfield. He was a Civil War veteran. Actually, he was a lieutenant colonel during the Battle of Shiloh, which is not too far from here. And later, he became our 20th president. And as he stood there among veterans and fellow Americans, he said, quote, "We do not know one promise these men made, one pledge they gave, one word they spoke, but we do know they summed up and perfected by one supreme act the highest virtues of men and citizens. For love of country, they accepted death, and thus resolved all doubts and made immortal their patriotism and their virtue. For the noblest man that lives, there still remains conflict. He must still withstand the assaults of time and fortune, must still be assailed by temptations before which lofty natures have fallen. But with these, as he pointed to the headstones, the conflict ended. The victory was won. When death stamped on them the great seal of heroic character and closed a record which years can never blot. Ladies and gentlemen, love triumphs all and is more powerful than hate. Secondly, Memorial Day is a promise or a contract. America's victories on the battlefield mean that we, the people who are alive, have a blood-signed pledge to our fallen. Yes, those who didn't have the chance to get married, to see their children grow, to celebrate birthdays and anniversaries, to come home and eat Mama's cooking one more time, are owed by us our devotion and to give our best each and every day. Our pledge is to work hard and live our lives with honesty and integrity, to stand up for the Constitution and defend it with all we have, to safeguard our values as Americans. What are those values? You know, we casually exchange them every day. Just look at your currency. Out of many, one. United is what this country represents, but there are a lot who want to divide us. Liberty. And yes, this is still a country in God we trust. And to give to the needy and clothe the hungry and the downtrodden. This we do in honor of them, and that is our contract. Third and final, Memorial Day is a call to action. You know, through history, military history, bugle calls were used to signal or announce to the soldiers of the camp something of notice, like taps, which we will hear shortly. Reveille. But there was one called Boots and Saddles. It's the most imperative of all these bugle calls and could be sounded without warning at any time, day or night, signaling the men of the camp to equip themselves and get to their mounts immediately. I can hear it. Can you hear it? This Memorial Day is a bugle call of Boots and Saddles to hearken action and get involved in our local community. To communicate with our representatives, write letters, make phone calls, speak out and vote. Thomas Jefferson said, quote, "We in America do not have a government by majority. We have a government by the majority who participate. All tyranny needs to gain a foothold is for people of good conscience to remain silent. Let's not let the torch of this great experiment be extinguished and those who died for our freedom be in vain." Now, back to my father. He came home to make the best of his life by which he was spared and graciously given life. He loved others, he was committed to serve his community, and kept his contract with his fallen brothers. I later understood this more deeply through my service, and I am faithful to do the same. I will close with a short story. It's unfortunate, but a lot of schools finish before Memorial Day, so many of the kids don't talk about it or study it or really understand what it's about. So I make it a point to try to talk about Memorial Day before school gets out with our cadets. So I gave them an assignment. And this assignment was to ask them to write a short essay on what Memorial Day means to them. And then you can imagine I got the full spectrum of responses. But one cadet got it. He understood. He wrote something that I'd like to share with you. It's a very profound thought. He said, "When you see Old Glory on the poles and staffs across this great nation, and at cemeteries overseas, at sacred battlegrounds, remember it's not the wind that makes it wave. It's the last breath of thousands of men and women who gave themselves for our liberty and freedom." Wow. I started tearing up, actually. But in closing, love, promises kept, and a call to action this Memorial Day. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America is my prayer.
And after these messages, we'll be right back.
MacArthur Manor Assisted Living is passionate about creating better experiences for our Manchester seniors. Our residents describe us in a few words.
Welcoming.
When you walk through the doors at MacArthur Manor, we'll treat you like family.
Caring.
Through high standards of personalized care, we help residents live life to its fullest.
Engaging.
With a wide range of life-enriching activities, there is something for everyone at MacArthur Manor. With our residents and staff now vaccinated, call us today to schedule your safe and personalized tour.
So you've been meaning to do something healthy, commune with nature, get outdoors and meet new people. We have the perfect solution. Come hike with us. You can find a Tennessee Trails Association chapter near you, including Clarksville, Columbia Franklin, Highland Rim, Jackson, Knoxville, Oak Ridge, Memphis, Murfreesboro, Nashville, Plateau at Crossville, and Upper Cumberland. We're on the web at TennesseeTrails.org. It's fun, it's stress-free, and it's good for you. See you on the trails.
The individuals with dementia, those with Parkinson's, those that have maybe mobility issues, need caregivers. Well, those caregivers are 24 hours a day at home, and they never get a rest. And if they have to go to work, they're kind of out of luck. So that's why Trinity came into existence 25 years ago, to allow the caregivers to have a safe center where they could put their loved ones, know they would be well cared for, stimulated, fed good nutritious meals, have activities to their level, and then the caregiver can stop by and pick them up and go on home and have some continuity into their life.
Welcome back. Don't forget to tune in to this week's Living Show tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9 a.m., and Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday evenings at 6:30 p.m. This week's guests include Woody Bedford from the Lynchburg Chamber of Commerce, who will invite everyone out to Frontier Freedom Days. Jackie Duncan will speak about Tullahoma's oldest resident's upcoming birthday party, and we'll have some videos from events all around the area. All that and more on this week's Living. And stay with us, we'll have your weather forecast right after these messages.
One thing about Parkview, we could bring our animal out there with us.
It would have been a deal breaker if we had not been able to take Gracie.
Yeah, we would not have gone.
If you want to do something, there's something to do most of the day. You shouldn't get bored.
I really enjoy my life here at Parkview. I really choose what I want to do. We have a wonderful library with hundreds of books that I love. It is a wonderful place.
There's a lot of talk about the risks associated with the COVID-19 vaccine, but the reality is, it's safer than going for a run. Give it a shot. Find a free appointment today at covid19.tn.gov.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this date. Our record high was in 1925 at 95 degrees. Record low for this day was in 1947 at 41 degrees. The average high for this day is 81 and the average low is 60. Mostly clear for tonight with a low of 66. And 20% chance of storms for Wednesday with a high of 88 and a low of 67. And mostly sunny skies for Thursday with a high of 82 and a low of 60. And that's our News Leader Report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday evenings at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. for News Leader. Stay safe and have a great evening.